How do you build a dining hall where you can celebrate different types of events like wedding receptions, baby showers, and more? Well, sit back and let me show you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. You're watching Just a Mom That Sims. I'm KT, and I'm here today for another Sims 4 Speed Build. This is a part of one of my fairy tale Sims 4 stories. So if you like to have fun and you like a good story, please consider liking, subscribing, following, commenting. Just do all the things. So as you can see, I'm building pretty quickly because I know that I'm going to do an elongated rectangle. And I am building in Tamarang. There's this lot that has the river that flows behind it. So at the back of the building, I am building an extra long balcony, and I'm going to have some seating out here. I don't know what else, maybe a thing for checkers or a dance floor. I'm gonna do that so that you can sit out on back and have a wonderful view of the river. And I really struggle with the roof, so what I did was this wide A-shaped roof for now. I am definitely going to alter it, so this is not how the build will look, as you could tell from the little mini intro clip. Now I am using a lot of the For Rent pack as well as some of the Enchanted by Nature pack. Also, let me give my disclaimer. Please forgive my stumbling, bumbling, my ums and ahs. I do not edit my voiceovers when I do speed builds or cast creations. Also, forgive my slow Southern United States drawl because I do not speed my voice up either during these builds. So, yeah, you can see I'm really focused on the For Rent pack for doors and windows. And y'all, I'm not going to leave the windows like this either. I'm going to fix it up, but I have to place first and then I have to figure out later. And sometimes I even use the auto window placement, and they always give you too many windows, but it keeps me from having to envision where windows go, and then I go delete some. So what I am going to do is build this dining hall. I'm calling it a dining hall. I started to make it a lounge, but I didn't want to put the musical instruments there. I also started to make it a wedding venue, but decided against that because I didn't want to have an arch here at all. I just want this to be a dining hall. So in my game, I'm really building this for Bellanita Beauty and for Dakota Beast Tamer. There's Beauty and the Beast. So I'm building it for them because it is time to have their reception dinner. We have been playing through some of the My Wedding Stories events, and I decided to build them a dining hall because nowhere in the game had the kind of feel that I wanted. So I am going to list this build though under my builds only playlist because it's a build that you could put in any save file at all. Now I did come through first and put like this lime hot green wallpaper and changed it because I've talked about this often, but I really struggle with thinking everything has to match color for color. And that's because in real life, I'm a minimalist. I'm not a decorator. So I did settle on this wallpaper. I think it's a Love Stroke wallpaper downstairs. It is the swatch that is pink and yellow though, very bright. Also, my lighting, I just put the John Saucer lights in so I can see good and you can see good during the build. But this wallpaper is so bright that it's making a glare on the walls. But I'm going to change those out, no worries. I do put a lot of lights in my builds because I record, of course, for YouTube. So I want you all to see my Sims really well. I want them really well lit. So yeah, that's what I do. Now, what I am building, like I said, I want to have some those elongated dining room tables. I want several of them so you can have big get-togethers with lots of family and friends. I do want to put a bar in here for sure because that is going to be something that I would think you have. And even though it's a dining hall, I'm going to put a very tiny kitchen in here because for me, when I'm playing my Sims, I actually have them cook a lot at home before events and take it with them. But every blue moon, I'll put stuff in the picnic basket and forget the whole picnic basket, and I have to whip something up at the venue. So that is why I want to put a tiny kitchen. But what I'm doing, I'm coming upstairs because there will be two bathrooms upstairs. One will be bigger than the other. You see that I fit a tub and a separate shower in one bathroom. The other one has a shower only and it still has extra space. This flooring is from the Back to the Future event. Y'all, I completely made that up because that's the movie. But this is not the movie Back to the Future, which I rewatched with my kids last weekend again. This is when they had the time traveler event. That floor is from the Sims, the first Sims. So I use that. I can't use it a lot because it's hard to match it. But I decided that it worked well with that wallpaper in the bathrooms. Now, I'm back looking at this roof, y'all, trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm not trying to match the Tamarang aesthetic. Exactly. I want the building to blend with its surroundings, but not necessarily look like any other building. Now, I'm back at Enchanted by Nature. I have found that even though the pack seems whimsical, I absolutely can use it in several of my builds. I've managed to do it so far, and it's been pretty good, y'all, because all I have to do is use my imagination a little bit. These dining room tables, I set one down, but I'm trying to think if I want it. This bar back is from Love Struck. That is another pack that I really like to build by in. I use the pictures a lot, the wallpapers a lot. So yeah, the items, I even like the mini bar, but this is gonna work. Now I did go back and forth for far too long on which swatch to use, but decided ultimately this one is good for the bar. Now I wanted to put 3 extra long dining tables in here because again, Belle, Anita, and Beast are gonna be doing their reception dinner, not the reception but the rehearsal dinner here. I said reception, I meant rehearsal. So they're gonna do their wedding rehearsal, then they're gonna come over here and have dinner, and they want something that accommodates all their family and friends. And you can kind of see how I build if you pay attention. I tend to like place different objects of the same thing. Like I had 3 different chairs, I place them so I can see how they look, and then I decide I delete the ones I don't like. Now I got a lot of chairs in here, and I got chairs at the bar. These chairs are from Life and Death. So yeah, I like this. I mean, it is a little crowded, but I want it to be because I want it to feel like you're surrounded by friends and family. Now you could also throw like a baby shower. You could throw a family reunion because I love those in the game. I don't overuse them, but especially in my legacy family, or if I get to generation 2 of a family, we're going to always have a family reunion. I really started to go with this zebra print rug and decided to go with this rug instead. I should have went with the it's like an abstract shape rug. I should have went with that one. But I do like this one, so I'm going to stick to it. And that's the thing. I get caught up going back and forth over the same thing. So, yeah, I don't want to do that in this build. Now, let's go back up to the bathrooms because I found this backsplash from one of the packs. I can't even remember which one this is. Is this from a kit? But anyway, I wanted to go all the way around the walls. Now I'm very much aware, like by one of the bathroom doors, there is none right there at the door. I don't want to overlap it because you get a flicker, and if you put it in the door, it might block the way. I have no idea, and I don't want to do that. Now, I'm using this bench for Love Struck so you can sit out and just stare out at the view. You might not be able to stargaze because there is a roof over this balcony. I wanted the people ultimately to be protected in case it stormed. I actually cut the roof back and put it back because that's more important. I put one logic table. I always say that because I get to talking in my sim speak, because you play the Sims for 20 something years and you start talking like the Sims. But it's a chess table, y'all. I'm putting this clear dance floor upstairs as well. It's got the blue lighting, and I'm going to put this speaker above the fish tank. I like the light that the fish tank gives in reference to if it's going to be dark out here. I want the outside really lit. I am going to put a lot more lighting outside on the building itself. And then when I'm playing in game and recording, if I have Sims outside in the dark and I need to add more, I will. Now, this is a Life and Death picture. I really like Life and Death's build by as well. that has jettisoned to the top, not my very top, because Grow Together is it for me so far still. But Life and Death, I think, might be my number two or three. Cottage Living is really high for me too, guys. So yeah, I think those would be my top three packs: Cottage Living, Grow Together, and Life and Death, not in their order. So anyway, I'm going to put some more pictures on the wall, some other things that came with businesses and hobbies. I love businesses and hobbies, by the way, too. Also, as a side note, I am not done building businesses so that you don't have to. But what I do is, as I play my game and I need bills for my Let's Plays and stories, then I go ahead and do those bills. Once I finish those, I'll be right back over to my businesses and hobbies bill. I got something that I think y'all will like next. So anyway, I'm putting plants out here on this elongated balcony because I wanted to have like a really good decor vibe. I wanted to be green, and I'm back to Enchanted by Nature to put this pergola. Oh my gosh, I'm tongue twisted, y'all. To put that back out, and I got the little bench. And that grill actually came from, I think it's the Cool Kitchen stuff, because I just got that pack, I believe. So I'm really good at knowing what comes from what pack most of the times. But I got some new things when they had the sale last time. I still don't have all the packs. I don't want to have them all unless I win that sweepstakes, y'all, that they put out, because I did enter, because your girl KT loves free stuff. Now I'm putting some counters down, and I decided against the one in that corner. You can see I just have a 2-counter kitchen. Now I need to put a walkway leading up to the door. A lot of times I like the spray and terrain tool because it's not so clean cut like that is, and it gives it like like a lot of stuff is not perfect in real housing and in real life bills. But in this case, I really like this stone walkway. Now I am going to go ahead and do a little bit of landscaping. Y'all know that I'm not really big about doing too much of that. I really like these hedges. They're from one of the events, and they do have lights on them. And I'm going to put lights on the building as well. And that's what I was talking about. Let me see how well it's lit up when I'm playing. But you can always find my builds because I upload them even before I post the videos to the Sims gallery under my ID at Just a Mom That Sims. So you can download the bills there. Now I am using my terrain tool. Normally I would scatter this spray on white flowers, but the background green matches the land perfectly. So I decided that I was going to put the white flowers all over the ground. So these little stick lights that go on walls actually came from Enchanted by Nature. And I am loving these lights, y'all, because what it does, they actually light up your world really good, especially if you change to one of those like warmer white swatches of lights. That's something I'm big about. I change my lighting in my game. So I play with Sims of all colors and backgrounds, but I do primarily play with black Sims, and you have to light us up differently, right? That's true in real life too. Every skin tone needs a different light no matter what color you are. So I tend to put a lot of lights in my game for my darker skin Sims or my tan Sims. So yeah, that's how I work. Now let's get to the walkthrough, because y'all know that I love to start off with a good cinematic camera pan. See the swing set? That's from Enchanted by Nature. So it'll be kids at these dining hall receptions and things. Sometimes they can come swing. Feel free to add like a toy box, something to entertain them. And I actually will probably do that before I do the upload. As you come in the front door, I love these doors from the Tamarang pack, which is the 4 rand pack. And you can see how lively the dining hall looks when you are walking in. And I like that you can see through the dance floor upstairs. You see that I placed these fans on the wall. When you're in game, I can't remember. I feel like they might spin, but I know they don't cool for real, y'all. But in game, now those ones that sit on the floor that came with restoration pack, they do. Now let's go through this clear glass door. This is the area where you can walk upstairs, and also this is the kitchen. I know this goes directly upstairs, so the lights won't work. So I actually put some off the grid lights, hoping they will work. Even though I open up into to a non-covered stairwell. So up the stairs, you can see the dance floor, the fish tank. You got the chess table. You see plants in every corner, the bench where you can sit out and look. And then if you come this way, this is our larger bathroom. So I'm just going to zoom out so you can see everything. Yeah, y'all, I put the toilet paper rolls. When I don't, it drives me crazy. And I just remembered I didn't put trash cans. I always forget something, y'all. That'll be there before you upload too. And this is the pan out of the smaller bathroom. Now, as we pan around the world, I really hope that you enjoyed this build and you can see our grill and things. And until next time, remember, keep simming, be happy, and always have a blessed day. Bye bye.